Hello everyone, this is Dimitris from Work Easy Templates, and in this video we will review this powerful Excel tool for student management. This is actually a bundled collection of Excel templates where you can manage up to 2,000 students and be able to create your student registry, track fees collection, mark student attendance, grade all the students and get an average score. It's a very powerful tool, and it's a low-cost solution for any type of school. We will first go through a Word example and see what this Excel template can do for you, and after that we will go through a new example starting from the beginning as a tutorial to show you how easy it is to use this program. So this is a worked example of the same Excel bundle template, which I have prepared for demonstration purposes. As you can see, there are 6 tabs in this Excel template: the Setup Classes tab, a printable registration form, your student registry, fees collection, attendance tracking, and the student grading template. Starting up is the setting up our school year and classes sheet. On the top we enter the school name. Then we need to define our school year, when our school year starts and when it ends. In this case, our school year starts in August. You can select any month from the drop down, August 2023, and ends in June 2024. You also have an option to select a different currency. There are a few available: dollars, euro, pounds, yen, Turkey pounds. Once I change the currency, you can see the currency symbol changes in all the tabs. Basically, here we define our classes and the monthly fee for each student for this class. Each student that is enrolled in any of these classes, these are the monthly fees they have to pay. Here I've created a few random class names just for this example, and you can add as many classes as you want. The next sheet, the next tab, is basically just an empty registration form. It's a printable A4 sized form where you can print a handout to the students for their registration. The next tab is your actual student registry, where we need to fill in all our student names, the class they belong to. This is a selectable cell, a drop-down selection. It reads all the classes we created from the first tab. It automatically pulls the monthly fees for each of the class we've entered, and you can also override the actual class fees. For instance, if you have a special discount for a student, for brothers and sisters, you can override the monthly fee for each student. Next, there are a few contact details for the student and their guardians. It's basically a complete registration sheet with all the school students. And finally, it automatically creates a student registration number in case you want to reference a specific number in your day-to-day management. Next up is our fee collection tool. Basically, up to now we have set up our classes, created a student registry. So basically the software already knows what classes we offer, who are all our students, in which class they belong to, and how much they owe each month. So reading from your computer's today's date, the time of the recording of this video, we are in December. Basically, since our school year started in August and currently we are in December, all these 5 months should have been paid by all students. Basically, this spreadsheet shows you each student, the class they belong to, what they owe each month, and for each student in the corresponding month you enter any amount that they pay. It's color coded, showing that green, the month has been paid, yellowish color showing that the month has been partially paid, orange red, the month has not been paid and it's owed, and in black with white font, this student has overpaid. So basically what this spreadsheet does, it shows you clearly which student have paid for which month and who of these students still owe specific months. At the last two columns you have a summary for each student and totals at the top, how much each student has paid up to now, what the school should have been paid by each student, and how much each student still owes. For instance, this student here has only paid the $80 that are due each month. He or she has only paid 2 months out of the 5 months that should have been paid. So the student owes to the school $240. This is a total summary of a brief financial summary of the school. When a student pays for a specific month, all you have to do is just come to the corresponding student a month they are paying for and enter the value they have paid, and all the totals and the summary is automatically adjusted. The next sheet is the attendance tracking for our students. Basically, again, you have a list of all your students. There's a full 365 days calendar where you can scroll to a specific lesson date, and in the middle there are a few statistics for each student. Basically what you will need to do is filter here the class you want to take attendance, let's say class 3. It will change to show only the students that belong to class 3. You scroll to a specific date and mark the students with P for present, A for absent, and U for unexcused absence. And this way you're creating your attendance tracking, and you also have a brief summary of the students' attendance. You have how many sessions were in this year, how many times this student was present, absent, excused absence, unexcused, and the total percentage of each student missed a class. For instance, this student had 13% absent tracking for this class. Moving on, we have the student grading template where you can mark grades for each student in each class for specific tests. We have the capability up to 12 different assignments or tests, basically one per year. And in this template you can create your own custom grading range, grading method. For instance, here we wrote excellent, very good, good, pass and fail. You can easily change this to A, capitals A, B, C, D, and E, and you can see the grades have automatically changed. If I take it back to excellent, very good, you can write anything you want as your grading markings. And you can also change the percentages. 90% and up is excellent. You can change it to 85% and up, excellent. 70% very good. 50 is good. Pass is 40, and less than 40% fail. Again, this is completely customizable. Again, filter the class you want. Filter class 1, for instance. Have 3 students. You can also change the total marks for each of the tests. For instance, this test, the marking was up to 100, this one was up to 50, and easily track and mark each student's grade for each test. Let's say this student received an 18, 16, 19, and you see the totals and the marking automatically adjusts. For this test, they received a 45, 40, and 32, and you get your class average, number of students, and your total school average. So basically, this is a brief overview of what this Excel tool can do to manage your students. We will now go through an example from the beginning and see how you can set it up, and also see how easy it is to use it. So starting with a clean Excel template, all our classes entries are empty. We have no students. The fees collection sheet is empty. The same with the attendance tab, and the student grading also empty. So first thing we need to do is go to our setup classes tab, enter a name here, anything we want for our school. Let's say work easy templates. This will appear in all of the other spreadsheets. Then we need to set our school year. Let's say for this example, our school year starts in September and ends in May 2024, and I want to use the euro currency. So let's go ahead and enter a few classes. Let's say class 1, class 2, class 3, class 4, and the monthly fees for each corresponding class. Class 1 is 50 euro per month, class 2 is 75, 90, and 120 for class 4. We can enter as many classes as we want, and the table will expand as we continue to enter more values underneath. Our registration form is just an empty A4 paper-sized printout, so you can print it and hand it out to students. And moving on, we will go into a student registry and start entering new students for our school year. Student name, student Anna, student Dio, and I will go ahead and copy a few. Let's say we have 17 students. Assign each student to their registered class. Let's put a few into class 1. Some others in class 2. Class 3. And a couple of students for class 4. You can see it automatically filled in the school year column and the corresponding monthly fees for each student after collecting the data from the setup classes tab. If there is a case where a student has a specific monthly fee arrangement with the school, to the school. Let's say this student 6 in class 2, instead of paying 75 euro per month, they made arrangements to pay only 40 euro. We can override the student's monthly fees in this override fees column. We can also enter a few birth dates as records for our students. Any year is fine. A phone number for our students, their email, guardian's name, guardian's phone number, so we can easily get in touch with their guardian in case of an emergency, and their email for correspondence, for various school correspondence. So this is our student registry spreadsheet. You can see it automatically created registration numbers for each year. Basically is using the school year and the serial number at the end for each student. And now let's see how our fee collection spreadsheet has been created. Remember, our school year starts in September and ends in May. So moving into our fee collection spreadsheet, we see our students, the students we created in the student registry, the class they correspond to, and the monthly fees for each student. As you can see, the specific student 6, we had entered a specific amount to be paid and not using the class's monthly fee. In this example, we overwritten the monthly fee to 40 euros per month. So this student owes 40 euro per month. We have our 12-month year at the top, but only the months we selected as our school year appear: September, October, November up to May. Now, what this spreadsheet did, since we are currently in the month of December and we started back in September, these 4 months are marked with a orange red color, saying that no student has paid for any of the 4 months that we have been teaching, coming to the school. And this is the amount each student owes to the school. We haven't been paid for anything yet. We should have been paid this amount by each student and the total, and this is how much the students owe to the school. So basically, each month, as each student pays for their school fees, we will be revisiting this spreadsheet and entering the information. Let's say student 1 paid the 50 euro for September, for October, November, but hasn't paid December yet. We can see that the color orange remains, and this student still owes 50 euro to the school. I will go ahead and fill in a few data, fill all the students, and I'll be right back. So now we've entered all the payment data from September up until today, and what we can see here is that mostly all of our students are up to date with their payments, apart from 2 students that still owe the amount of 50 and 100 euro each. If let's say student 5 pays us in December for both months that they missed, and they give us, instead of 50 and 50, they pay the school 100 euro. You can see that this cell is now marked with a black color and white font, meaning that they overpaid for this month, but their total is correct. They don't owe anything to the school, and they have paid the whole amount they owed. So basically this is it. You just need to keep filling in the data of each student's payments as they come along, so you have an up-to-date picture of what the school finances are, which student owes, and which students have been paying regularly. The next spreadsheet, the next tool we have in this bundle collection is the attendance tracking. We can see that all the students have been filled in and their classes, and we have a full 365-day calendar to mark the attendance for each class. Let's filter a class, because in case you have a lot of students you won't be able to mark them easily. Let's say today we have a class with have a lesson with class 2. Filter and show only class 2 students. We scroll to today's date and it's marked with a blue highlight so we can easily find it, and let's say all students were present. We had a lesson last Saturday as well. This student was absent, this was unexcused absent, and these two were present. Going back to our statistics, we can see that these students had 2 sessions recorded. They were present this many times, absent, and these 2 students, they already have a 50% absence percentage. This is something you might want to track so students can be attending more regularly in the classes. Our final tool is our student grading tool. In this spreadsheet, again, you have all the students and the class they are assigned to. We have our grading system and range. This is fully customizable. You can change your grading system as you please. For instance, as we said previously, this can be an A, B, C type of marking, and you can also change the percentage, the range percentage for each mark. In this example, we have anything above 90% corresponds to an A, 80% and up corresponds to a B, 70% for a C, and so on. Let's say we want to change this to 40% is a D, 60% is a C, 85% is an A, and 70% is a B. It's fully customizable. We have up to 12 tests we can record, basically one test or assignment or a project, one per month for a 12-month period, or it can correspond to any test throughout the school year. And each test we also have a custom grade. Some tests are marked up to 100, some others up to 20 to 50. This one, the total marks were 34. So let's enter a few test marks for a specific class. Let's say again class 1. We have 5 students, and in test 1, where the top marks was 20, these students received 19, 18, 12, 14, and 8. You can see automatically the spreadsheet calculated their average grade to a percentage and assigned a grade to these students. If this was an, again, excellent, very good, good, pass and fail, the grading changes as well. And if we take back our ranges to what they were before, 90%, 80, 70, 50, you can see the student who is below the 50% mark has received a fail grade. Our class average is 71%. Let's say we gave them another test, and this time the total marks were up to 100, and the students received an 85, 75, 60, 82, and 79. The average grade for each student has been automatically calculated together with the grade and our class average. So basically this is it. Again, we have a tool for marking our student grades, attendance tracking. It's very easy and fast to record. Our fees collection management, where we can track payments from each student each month. A complete school student registry. We have a printable registration form and our custom classes and school year. So again, thank you for watching, and I hope this powerful low-cost student management tool can help you with your everyday school management. Thanks again.